done a live, and of course I had trouble getting on, so I do apologise if you've been waiting a few minutes. Welcome. My name's Tracy.bish. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and this is 12 Days of Christmas, so I'm super excited. It has been a little while. All right, I'm just making sure that I'm live. If you're watching me, please pop on, say hello, let me know that you can hear me and all those good things. I'm a little bit rusty. It's been, I think, 2 months since I've done a live, so very nervous, which I don't know why. I'm just sharing some crafty things, and Christmas is my favorite time to share crafty things. So I'm excited to be here and for the next 12 days. Sharing with you some Christmas little treats, which is awesome. Hi Marion, how are you? So I didn't really let anyone know what time I was going or when I was starting my 12 days. I've been putting it off for a couple of days, only because it has been a little while since I've done a live, and yeah, I don't know, I just started to, double think whether I was doing the right thing or anything like that. But anyway, I am excited because I have 12 amazing projects to share with you, and these are things that you can do at home. For most of these things, you could probably even use what's in your stash, so it might be a good stash buster as well. Hi Wendy. Oh, thank you. Hi Kathy, how are you? Oh, you've been making the Freddo boxes. That's awesome. That makes me very happy. 3D projects are actually my very, very favorite to create. So you've got 12 days of really fun projects. So firstly, what I might do is I might pop the camera down and I'll share with you what we're going to create today, and also what we're using from the catalogue. But like I said, you can use what you have in your stash. I'm sure most of us probably have like a snowman of some sort or a Christmas figure. You could actually even do any sort of figure on this project today, so that's always super fun. All right, let me pop it down and we'll get started. So welcome everyone. As you're popping on, please say hello, and if you're new here, welcome. I would love to know where you're watching from as well. Super rusty, as you can tell. Sorry guys, I have had a nice little break though, I will admit that. All right, I'm gonna pop my chair out of the road for a minute. So mini catalogue, that's where we have our little treats from today. Let me share with you our little treat. Look at this. Is this not the cutest little treat holder? Holds a Chupa Chup candy cane Chupa Chup. So I was excited. I usually look for little treats and things for Christmas time, and I'm always so disappointed that everything is chocolate. Summer is so hot here in the South Pacific, and things don't last very well with chocolate. I get everywhere else, you're in winter. We're really starting to get into the summer weather, so chocolate's really not that good, although I do have chocolate treats coming up. I couldn't get everything that was not chocolate, but this is a great alternative, and I'll show you the packaging and that as we get going. But I just want to show you what I've used from the catalogue as well. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Wendy. Perfect. All right, so page 32, 33 of the mini catalogue. This is the Christmas catalogue. This gorgeous suite is called Snowy Scenes, and great for the wintry themed cards and projects. This also has a snow globe and dies, which is super fun. I've done actually a couple of snow globes, which I haven't shared with you guys yet, so stay tuned. I'm getting my head around sharing a few more things on social media. But yeah, this is the suite that we are using. And so with that is the Snowy Wonder bundle. That is stamps and dies. What I really liked about this set was there's lots and lots of dies. Actually, there's 23 dies in all, and all these little images can make really quick and easy, very simple cards. But you've sort of got a little bit of everything here with the gingerbread house. We've got some Christmas trees. We've got the snowman. We've got candy canes and presents, and we've got the snowflakes and really good sentiments. And look, there's a little penguin here as well, which is so cute. And yeah, you can make a snow globe or a snow dome as well. So we have that set. I'm also using the ribbon from that suite, and this is the Pool Party pom-pom ribbon, which is really, really pretty as well. They're so soft as well. It's a nice and soft ribbon. Also with this set, well actually not with the set, but I've used the Subtles 6x6 DSP just because I needed the Pool Party DSP just for the side of the box. So, there we go. Didn't want to focus in. And then I've got my stamping blends. I'm using Petal Pink, Real Red and Pumpkin Pie for our snowman. And the inks are Pool Party, Smoky Slate and Real Red. Okay. So first off, I just want to grab my sentiments. So you guys may already have this set at home, so you can create this one straight away. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm sure you have a snowman stamp, or you could certainly use, you could add a Christmas tree. You could do anything to the sides as well. So I've got my candy cane, my small snowflake, and our snowman. I'm going to grab my kit here as well. So for the kit, I have a piece of basic white thick cardstock. This measures 2 by 4.5, and we're going to score that for our little box down below. We've got 2 pieces of the DSP, and this is 3/4 by 3/4. Yes, so 2 little squares for that. And then I've just got some scrap Pool Party for our snowflakes, which, hang on, let me bring this in and show you. The snowflakes here, die cuts, and basic black for our hats. And then I've got just some stamping in basic white thick as well. And we're going to do our stamping first, because that's, probably the hardest part. And let's grab my inks out. Hi Sharon, how are you? With the Smoky Slate, I wanted it, the snowman, to be not too dark, and I thought I wanted to leave him sort of almost like white. So I thought the Smoky Slate would work really well, and we're going to stamp 2 of those. So there we have our Smoky Slate. We're going to bring our Real Red in, and we're going to just do 2 of our candy canes, like so. So lots of quick stamping. And Pool Party, we want to add 2 of those little snowflakes here. So I've used quite a big bit of basic white thick here. You can use your scraps that you have on hand as well, whatever you have. So I'm hoping that a lot of these projects over the 12 days of Christmas, you will be able to use as, a lot of the scraps that you have just sitting around, maybe on your bench. I have little drawers where I keep all my cardstock, and that's actually where I keep all my scraps as well. So I'm just going to grab my little matching dies here. So we've got the candy cane, we've got this small snowflake here. We have our snowman, and while we're at it, we're also going to grab, let's see, this fancy snowflake here, which is so pretty. We're going to cut 2 of those out, and we also need his snowman hat. We're going to do 2 of those in the basic black. Okay, let me grab. So I'm sure a few people out there have probably done all of their Christmas crafts, and that's fine. It's nice if you're really nice and organized. I don't think I've ever been that organized, so hopefully there's still people out there that will love these ideas and go ahead and create a few as well. So like I said, you could change this up and add whatever you would like to your little box here, your treat box. What's really great is it doesn't matter whether you can get these candy cane chopper chops. I'm going to try and get that so it sits there properly. I do struggle with this set a little bit to make sure that it doesn't, that it cuts out exactly. But if it moves a little bit, it'll be fine, because that's what happens for me anyway. Kathy said she's not done them yet. After Thanksgiving, she'll start. Oh, no worries. Yeah. I think because here in Australia we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't know how you guys do it. Like you go from Halloween straight to Thanksgiving and then into Christmas. That's a lot of holidays in a short period of time. I will say we have had our Christmas tree up since the beginning of November, which is pretty funny. There's a little story with that. So before our daughter moved out, she used to actually put our tree and set up our lounge room and all our Christmas decorations every year. And she moved out a few years ago once she finished uni and went and started working. And since then, it's not a job, I really don't like it. I'll be completely honest, I don't like it. Pulling it all out from our container out the back, it's always hot, and, you know, it's a whole day worth of putting everything up. So what I do now is we usually do it really quite early, so November sometime. And then I feel that, you know, I'm not pulling everything up and then 2 weeks later pulling it all down. So we get a good use out of our Christmas decorations every year, and I like that. I think if it was just for the 2 weeks, I don't know whether I'd even bother. We don't have grandkids yet, so and I suppose, you know, once we do get grandkids, which is not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think, but maybe that renewed joy of Christmas with setting everything up and all that sort of stuff will come back. So I've just done all my die cutting. So I've got 2 of these gorgeous detailed snowflakes. I like that there's a couple of snowflakes. I think there's 3 snowflake stamps. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3. 3 snowflake stamps, but there is 4 dies. So 3 that cut out the stamped image, and then this very fancy, pretty one. Okay. So we have our die cutting done. Let's get rid of the cut and emboss machine. Marion says, washi tape, washi tape. I know, Marion. That would save a lot of time and effort, wouldn't it? It maybe wouldn't move quite as much. So I've got all my little images here. I'm going to colour in our little snowman as well. So with our stamping blends, I'm also going to sit down because I'm lazy. I've been actually at my desk all day creating my team Christmas gifts. So they're all finished and I'm really happy about that. So this is Petal Pink. It's actually the light petal pink. I've just added little cheeks here, and then with the real red, I've got the dark real red. I'm going to colour in these little buttons. So cute. And then we're going to grab our little candy canes and colour those in. So just every second little section there. So really easy to do, and look how different that looks. Looks really pretty. Okay, that highlights all those up. And lastly, we've got our pumpkin pie dark. You could use the light, but I want his little nose to really stand out. So cute. Okay, let's grab some glue, and we're just going to add all our elements together. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. So this year, our new addition to our Christmas room, because we always do a wintry Christmas. That's our theme. Our Christmas tree has the snow on it. It's a green tree, but it's got that white fake snow on it. So pretty. This year we actually bought at Costco a family of 4 snowmen, and they light up. They're so cute. And because we wanted to have it look really snowy and fun like that, we, my husband and I also went into, so I'm looking for mini glue dots. We went into our local craft shop called Lincraft, and we picked up, I don't even know what sort of material it is. Velour maybe? I don't know. But anyway, we got some of that, and oops, let's see, it wasn't quite glued. Anyway, it's white and fluffy and looks a little bit like snow. We've popped that in underneath our snowman, so it looks really cute. So I'm just adding a little mini glue dot on opposite sides, and we can add that little stamped snowflake down. Now the glue dot adds a little bit of a pop-up on the little hat. And that's glued down a little bit. Bummer. It's a little bit too liberal with that glue. That's okay. There we go. I'll move it out of that glue. You can still see that pretty good. Okay, with our, let's do these ones. With the snowflakes, we're actually going to, okay. So for these ones, I actually took out, that one I didn't. I actually took out the little bits in between. I'm gonna leave them in this time, and with a mini glue dot, pop that down, and then it's not going to be sticky coming through, so that should make it a little bit easier, like so. I'm going to put it on the same side as, yeah, same side as the snowflake on the head, and that way we can pop down the candy cane on the opposite side, so it all sort of looks central. And sits up nicely. And of course, let's use another little mini glue dot here. Wrong one, Tracy. What are you doing? This side. I just finished saying the opposite side, didn't I? And I'm just sort of rolling up that little mini glue dot. That also gives it that little pop-up feature. Like so, like so. And don't they look super sweet? Love the little added colouring with the stamping blends, and especially on the smoky slate, it really does soften the whole snowman. Okay, so we have those ready to go. Let's bring in our piece of basic white, and we're going to grab our paper trimmer. Now again, this actually measures 2 inches by 4.5. We're going to do a little bit of scoring. So our first, on the 4.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches and 4 inches. Oh, good idea, Marianne. You're full of ideas today. I should have my silicone mat out, absolutely. And then on our 2-inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch. And this is just going to make us that little box to pop our candy cane in. Okay. I'll have to get my silicone mat out and use that in the 12 days because otherwise I'm going to have sticky bits all over my host code. So I'm just going to use my bone folder and score all those, or burnish all those score lines. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Yeah, something a little bit different. Now, for whatever reason, I've noticed when I've been creating these that one is always a little bit bigger, so that means that my measurements are not always exact. So what we're going to do on that smallest one, that's the one I'm going to use as the base of our box. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off this one here, and I've just done a miter cut on the tab, and then this is the base, so we're going to just cut up on each of these score lines, so up to the 1 inch, like so. And okay, so a very, very basic box there. I'm going to add some tear and tape, which is my favorite adhesive. You might want to use your Seal Plus. I do struggle with that one, so we're going to go with the good old tear and tape. So I'm going to add that. And you really probably don't need 2 layers of it, but I like to make sure that they're not going to fall apart. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score it on that, well, this would be the 4 inch score line, and then just fold the box over like so. This has, this at the back here is where our little 1/2 inch tab is, so that makes this the front of the box. So what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to use my liquid glue for this one. I'm just going to place the 2 sides down, adhere that down. And again, it's not really holding all that much in there. It's just a chop, so you can use your favorite adhesive. And then we have our little cube. Okay, let's find, that's the back of the box there. Okay, so let's bring in our little squares. Now these are 3/4 inch squares from that DSP. This is the Subtles 6x6 DSP. We're going to just add those to the sides. And you could leave these white, you don't have to add DSP to the side. I just thought when you're looking at it, it sort of looked nice to have something all the way around. So that was my thought process. But if you're making a ton of these, or you know, maybe you're making them for kids in your class or kids in your kids class, maybe you give out gifts like that, or you're making these for, you know, I don't know, make them for the bank teller and the delivery driver and all the people you sort of deal with throughout the year. If you don't want to make too many and make them hard, leave them blank. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add a couple of dimensionals to the bottom part of our snowman here. Oh, I love the stamp set. Kathy, absolutely love it. And then what we're going to do is placing our little box straight down. I actually want to just line it up so our snowman's sitting on the ground as well, and then that way, you know, it all just sits in beautifully. same with the other side. So you can see as we've done each of our snowmen, we did the opposite for each one. That way when you're looking at it down through, the same side's hanging on to the candy cane, and the same side has both the hat and the snowflakes down below, which I just thought looked really, really good. But anyway, you can please yourself if you want to do it opposite or the same. It really doesn't matter. Okay. These were the candy cane Chupa Chups that I found. Now, if you live in Australia, I actually got them at Kmart. There are, 25 lollipops in the pack, and I just loved it. You know, it had something a little bit different. It's not normal Chupa Chups, so maybe the retailers are finally listening to me after all these years and putting out something other than chocolate at Christmas time, because that just doesn't work. Okay, so we are going to create a nice little bow, and this ribbon is super beautiful to be able to tie a bow. Oh. So I'm just going to perfect it how I like so. I'm going to take off the end, and then what I found was easier to do, if you can tie it with the lollipop on place, well done. For me, that was never ever going to happen, and I certainly wasn't going to do it on a live video. But I did find if I just created the bow and then threaded the lollipop stick through, that looks so good, doesn't it? And it's always on a bit of an angle, which works really well, because once we pop him in, like so, just gives it a nice little background for the lollipop as well. So cute. I love this little treat idea. So there we have it, everyone. That is day one using the Snowy Wonder bundle from the mini catalogue. Again, you could create this little box, add the Chupa Chup inside, and stamp whatever you have in your stash. Uses very minimal supplies, as you saw. You know, this was the part that I stamped with. The box is actually 2 by 4.5 inches, so you know, I am sure that you would have that in your little stash of just scrap. So great little way of getting rid of some of that cardstock that you have sitting around. Hi Evelyn, how are you? 7:30 in the morning. Awesome. Well, good morning. Thank you, everyone. The ribbon looks like it has snowflakes on it. Oh, it does too. Yeah, so pretty. Thank you. All right, so this is day one of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope you'll come back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, and I can share with you day 2. So I look forward to you joining me for that. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me. I know I'm a little bit rusty after not doing a live for a couple of months, but I really do appreciate you popping in. Now, if you have done this, have enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love it if you hit subscribe if you haven't done that as well. All right, everyone, enjoy your night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Okay, bye-bye.